Musical elements are all the different parts of music that, when put together, make music. Let's have a look at each one in closer detail.
When you nod your head or tap your foot at a steady speed to the music, you are feeling the pulse. Can you feel the pulse?
Okay, so pulse is all to do with the speed of the music. There are lots of different pieces of music which have different speeds. Some are slow, some are fast, some speed up, some slow down. It's all about feeling the pulse. So if I'm going to clap now, see if you can feel the pulse and keep in time with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Musicians talk about the tempo of a piece. That's the musical term for how fast or slow the music goes. Think how fast a hare can run. What about a tortoise? They move at a different speed or a different tempo. The hare and the tortoise ran the same race, but at different speeds. The hare ran very fast. And the tortoise walked slowly. Each animal moved at its own tempo.
Okay, let's see how good you are at keeping in time. I'm going to start clapping a steady beat. See if you can keep up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go for a fast one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do a super fast one? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When long sounds and short sounds are put together, they create rhythm. Listen to this rhythm. When you listen to songs, listen to the rhythm.
Okay, so rhythm is all about notes being different lengths. Some are long and some are short. And when you mix that up, it creates a nice rhythm. Okay, this time I'm going to use the drum and I'm going to make up some rhythms using long and short notes and mixing them all up together. And I'd like you to copy. So if I go first, you copy. Call and response. Here we go. Let's try a long one. Well done.
Sounds in music can be low or high or anything in between. Think of the keyboard on a piano. At one end, the notes are low. At the other end, they're high. In between, the sounds change gradually, as if they're climbing up or down a ladder. The musical term for the range of high and low is pitch. When sounds get higher or lower, their pitch changes.
Okay, so pitch. Now I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with football, if you're a fan, but it's all to do with highs and lows of notes in music. And lots of instruments have different pitch, some high, some low, and some instruments like the piano can play lots of different notes, from low all the way up to high. Our voices can use a lot of different pitches, and we can practice that now. Copy me. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 Okay, so here we have an instrument that plays several different pitches from low to high and all the notes in between. Do you notice that the low notes are longer and the high notes are shorter? That's what changes the sound. And the keys, these ones, are made out of metal. That's why this is known as a metallophone, whereas you might have a xylophone. And do you remember what xylophone keys are made out of? That's right, wood. Well done. So, because you have so many different notes, you can make up a tune. When they're all pitched differently, some high and some low, if you mix them up, it makes a nice sound. See if you recognise this tune. That's right, Twinkle Twinkle.
When you listen to music, you can turn the volume up or down to make the music louder or quieter. When you make music, you can choose to play loudly or quietly, or in between. Different volumes in music are called dynamics.
Okay, how about we have a go at making our own body percussion sounds from quiet to loud and back down to quiet again. And we're going to try and make it sound a little bit like a storm, a thunderstorm. So first of all, we're going to start off with just rubbing our hands together to make the sound of the wind. A little bit faster. And then a few raindrops here and there. Just a couple of fingers. Those raindrops are turning heavy. Big splats of rain now. And a heavy downpour. Use your hands and your feet. And it's getting really, really heavy now. There's the thunder. Keep going with your hands and your feet. Till the storm passes. And those raindrops getting fewer and fewer. And smaller and smaller. And quieter and quieter. Back down to the wind.
When a friend comes up behind you and says, "It's me," you know who it is because you recognize their voice. Everyone's voice has a different character or timbre. It's me. It's me. It's me. Everyday sounds have their own timbre too. Can you tell what's making these sounds? Each musical instrument has its own timbre. Listen to a violin, a flute, and a trumpet. When you hear music, listen to the timbre of the instrument that's playing and try to identify it.
Okay, let's see if you can guess some sounds of instruments that I play. Here's the first one. That's right, it's the ukulele. Here's your next one. That's right, it's the metallophone. Here's the next one. That's right, it's the djembe. Here's the next one. That's right, it's the maracas. Mr. and Mrs. Maraca. Here's another one. It's the triangle.
When you make a sandwich, you start with a piece of bread at the bottom. First, add some butter. Then a layer of lettuce. a slice of cheese. As each layer is added, the sandwich gets thicker. Here, we're adding layers of sound as well. Put on a few slices of tomato and some cucumber. A dollop of mayonnaise. A sprinkling of black pepper. And finally, the top slice of bread. The word for layers of sound in music is texture. When you listen to music, try to work out how many layers of sound you can hear. Is the texture thick or thin?
Okay, so texture's all about how many different instrumental parts join in together on top of each other. And sometimes in music you just have one instrument playing on their own, like a solo, or two, a duet. You can get more and more added on until you have a huge orchestra. And I play in a huge symphony orchestra with sometimes 50 or 60 players. Let's have a little go now and see if we can layer up a textured composition. So whoever's in your room with you now, let's get them to join in one at a time, and you decide whatever sound you want to make, whether it's clapping or playing some instruments or tapping on the desk or using your voices to make a sound. But choose one sound, and when you add it, keep repeating it in a loop. I'm going to start off with a beat, and I'm just going to play on beat 1, and I'm going to count to 4, and I'm going to continue round and round and round, and I'll keep saying next to add in, and gradually we'll have everybody joined in together, and it'll sound like a full textured composition. Here we go. So I go first and then join in one by one. First person join in. Next person join in with something different. Another person join in with something different. Next person join in. Next person join in. Fill in those gaps. Make any sound you like. Next person join in. And stop. Well done for learning all about the musical elements and for taking part in the different activities.